before I start, I have to explain a few things. I'm going to be putting gameplay in the background of this, unlike my others, but I'm not going to be talking about that or even recording it at the same time. I just thought it'd make this more interesting. Secondly, this was going to be a whole video that basically, well, kind of defending Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Also, well, I was going to ignore some of the criticisms and not call it a defense, but it basically was a defense. I realized, wait a minute, maybe the reason I like this game so much is because I completely don't care about any of the bugs, the main problem people have said about. I don't care about the glitches, so maybe that's why I enjoy it so much, and maybe it is a big deal. So instead, I'm going to be cutting all that, cutting the fact that I wrote a script. I'm not doing a script. I was trying to, but I can't. And just saving the part where I say about like possible solutions, at least better than the ones I've seen. I suppose I'd better start with why I feel the ones I've heard wouldn't exactly help. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. The main thing I've heard people say is hire more people, which I mean, I can understand that. There's 150 people there and you think it should be a bit more than that. Did some research, I think it said 100 to 200 people is how much a AAA game normally has, but if it's struggling, I can understand people saying, well, just add more people. The thing I don't think people get, and I mean I'm no expert, so this is just what I think, in a company, everyone has to work together, and it seems like it gets much more complicated by adding more people, because it increases the amount of people you have to talk to and notify before you do anything. And the leads, the directors of each thing, like art and stuff, they have to communicate with everyone, and that can be difficult, and remembering what everyone's working on. Again, I know it's their jobs, but it seems like it get more complicated with adding more people. Yeah, I'm not going to try and dwell on this for too long. But, you know, if the game's coming up too slow, there's certain stuff that's just going to take time. Like, they have to do all the concept art before they can actually start adding anything into the game. And they have, the creative team, don't know the exact name, have to come up with the gimmick and what the region's going to be like and everything before anyone can start any work. So there's certain stuff that, could help, but it's not going to be the fix-all solution a lot of people seem to think it would be. But I don't want to dwell on that, because I want to actually offer a solution I think would work. I've got no offence to the people that think that. It certainly would help. They should probably try it, but, you know, it wouldn't fix everything anyway. My solution, which I'm going to immediately have to defend myself about saying, I think they should go back to Pixar. And I know people are going to think that's nostalgia, that's complete nostalgia. That's just you feeling nostalgic about the old Pokemon games. First, I can understand why you'd think that. I literally have the Pokemon Emerald Morville City theme playing in the background. But I promise you, it's not nostalgia. My first Pokemon games were Pokemon X and Y and Alpha Sapphire, the first 3D Pokemon games. Obviously I can still feel nostalgic towards the pixelated ones, even if that, but I got the pixelated games a lot later, and even Pokemon Emerald, I only got that earlier this year, so it's not like it's deeply rooted in my childhood or anything. If anything, 3D games are more deeply rooted. But also I have genuine reasons why I think it would help. It might seem like quite a big back step since they've just done an open world Pokemon game. Then go back to 2D. That seems quite silly, doesn't it? But I think it would honestly be what's best for the company because, well, the thing it's a lot easier to do than 3D models. Well, obviously, there's a lot less detailing involved. But also, a lot of people have been saying it looks ugly. I don't think that. I think it looks okay. I like the textures on the Pokemon, but I suppose I can understand why people would say it looks ugly. And Pokemon's trying to compete with the biggest games and the best graphics. Pokemon is obviously trying to do that, and has been trying to do that all of its life. The thing is, it doesn't seem like it can really keep up anymore. And you could keep trying to keep up, but I don't think Pokemon's able to do that, and I think they should focus on gameplay first. So, what they should do instead of trying to compete, they should try and do something different. Pixel art is quite odd in the way, because it can look really nice, but there's not really any further amount it can go. Realism, that can keep going in graphics, but pixel art, that's kind of stationary. You can do different types, and I still feel like each generation they should try a different style of pixel art, but it's still skilled work, and you have to do a lot, obviously, but it's less work, and I'm not saying the developers are lazy or anything, I just think it'll give them time to do more stuff and improve on the stuff that's already there. And pixel art, you can make that look really nice, and it's kind of hard to make bad pixel art unless you're literally just starting out. But obviously, it's a big change, and there might be a bit of backlash. That's why I feel like they should do what they did with Pokemon Legends Arceus, where they do a test. Like the open worlds, they tested in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Just see what people think of a 2D Pokemon game again. See what people, do people like it, test the style, and then gradually you can still have some 3D games, of course, but then eventually maybe a mainline one, and if that goes well, you could keep trying mainline ones. I know Pokemon's going to be reluctant to do this because, as all businesses, it's reluctant to take risks, and that's a massive risk. People haven't really reacted well to their recent risk of making an open world one, and again, people aren't upset at it for being open world, but businesses look at it and think they were upset, we took a risk, and they were upset. Although I don't know about profits, they probably made quite a lot of profits and they don't care, which might be good for risk. But anyway, I'm getting a bit unrelated now. I feel like it's just the thing they need to turn it back to 2D. I still feel like they can, because it may be sad because you can do a lot in 3D, and there's certainly more they could have done, but they've done quite a lot. They've experimented a lot. They got to an open world one, so it's not like there's any big underlying things they haven't done with 3D, and 2D can be more limited, but I just don't think it's worth it anymore for Pokemon. I think it would be really helpful for them to go back to 2D. I just feel like I'm kind of losing my steam here, so I should probably end quite quick, but I feel like that would be a great solution to, well, not solution, it would greatly help what they're trying to do, with the new game with games releasing each year, and they won't. And because they're doing pixel art, and they won't have to feel like they're competing with all the other big budget games, and it would remove a lot of pressure. And again, with that test game, that also gives them all a chance to practice with pixel art and get some people in that do actually know how to do pixel art. You also won't have to worry about loading in and stuff like that, which will help, and you don't have to worry about glitches anymore, which, well, you do have to worry about glitches, but it's a lot less likely when you're not in a 3D environment with physics and stuff. Anyway, that's just what I think. I hope that it was interesting. I hope it was different also from what other people might have heard. Other takes are completely fair though. I just don't care about the glitches at all, so it alters my view on the game. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Bye.